Once you've created your chart, you can go ahead and add a title to it. To do this, I'm going to click on the chart and then click in the chart title area and start typing my chart title. This chart is comparing product sales by season, so I've given it a title that describes the chart itself. You can adjust elements on the chart by clicking this Chart Elements button here. Whenever the chart is selected, these three buttons appear on the outside right corner of the chart. If I click this, you can see that the chart title is enabled. If I click, I can deselect the chart title and hide it, but I want to see my chart title. Now I've lost the one that I had, so I'm just going to press the undo button here to get it back so I don't have to type it again. When I have the chart title enabled, I can select where the chart title is located, above the chart, centered over the top of the chart, or I can click More Options to get access to more options for formatting my chart title. And this opens the Format Chart Title task pane. I'm just going to close that for now. You can also see that we have the legend visible here. This is the legend in the chart. If we didn't want to see a legend, we could disable it. But you should be aware that this might make the chart hard to understand. In this case, it does. While we can see the product names across the bottom of the chart, we have no idea what each of these columns relates to. For us right now, the legend is critical to understanding the chart, so I'm going to click to make sure that we have a legend visible. This triangle here gives us access to options for positioning the legend. At the moment it's positioned to the right of the chart, but we can put it at the top underneath the title, on the left side or the bottom, or click More Options to get more options for formatting the legend. You may find that positioning the legend, for example, at the bottom or to one side of the chart, adjusts the size of the plot area, making the rest of the chart a little bit easier to see, so you may want to experiment with different options for placement of your legend. Although you can configure where the legend and the title appears using these options here, you can also move them manually. So I can click on the chart title here and I can move it wherever I want it to be. And I can do the same for the legend. I can move it around to place it elsewhere within the chart. You can also click to add axis titles. Now we may want to, for example, add a title to this axis to tell us what these values are. So I've added both axes titles, but I can disable them as well. So I may not need a primary horizontal title because product A, B, C and D are pretty self-explanatory, but a primary vertical axis will be valuable to me. I'll click in here and I'm going to type what these values are. They're numbers of items sold. So I'm typing that and then I'll click outside it to finish.